Hey guys, how's it going? Why is this following me around? There's this thing following me around on my screen. It's like this box. What is going on? Wow, I'm having way too much fun with this. Hi guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I made a video. It's been even longer since I made a video with myself in the frame. Usually I'm focusing on cards because I look like crap and I don't want to deal with putting myself together. And honestly, I haven't put myself together for this video, but we're just gonna roll with it anyways, and we're just gonna talk about some stuff. So I want to talk to you guys about what I have been doing lately with my spiritual practice, what I've been doing lately in general, because I think that this is kind of becoming sort of a vlog-ish type of channel for me so far anyway. Just with giving you kind of updates that really nobody cares about, I'm sure, but it's nice to kind of get myself out there, and when I put things on video, it kind of gives me more of incentive to get things done. So it's kind of like writing things down, except for I'm putting it out there for everybody to see on camera. So yeah, like I said, I want to talk to you guys about a few things, like what I've been doing in my personal life-ish, and what I've been doing with tarot and my spiritual journey and stuff like that. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, and I'm going to get this out of the way first because it's not spiritually related at all. Part of it is, I guess. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I've been watching. I've been watching Big Brother because I am so obsessed with Big Brother. I don't even know how to even explain my love for this show, okay? And I was just talking to a friend today about, you know, signing up for Big Brother Canada and like trying out and that kind of thing. And just the things that we were talking about, because I think he's tried to audition for Big Brother before, and we were just talking about the whole process of that. And I'm just like thinking, I'm like, everything about this show is so against all of my morals. Like, it's a terrible, terrible show with like backstabbing and lying, but it makes great television, and we know it's all just for show anyways, right? So anyways, I've been watching Big Brother. They're on season 18 now in the US, and I always watch the US and the Canadian one. The Canadian one has like 3 seasons now. But it's Big Brother US season 18 right now. So I'm watching that, and I'm also going a little bit crazy, and I am watching all of the old seasons of Big Brother US. Because I think I only started watching Big Brother US anyway in maybe the 12th season or so, maybe the 11th, I don't know. So, and if you're familiar with the show, they always talk about stuff that happened on previous seasons, like this person and that person, and then they did this with this competition and blah, 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 blah. So I wanted to be in the loop, so I'm watching all of the old seasons. I just finished season 6 the other day, so I'm going to start season 7 when I have some time, but that's my thing. I haven't been watching Netflix. I've just been watching Big Brother, and you'd think I'd be sick of it after watching 6 seasons now, plus the one that I'm on now, like plus the one that's live right now. So, but I'm not sick of it. I just love it so much, and I can't believe it's just so terrible that it's so great. It's weird. Anyways, I've also been watching, and I've had this for a while. I ordered this on Amazon, and it was pretty, I've had it probably since maybe April, or maybe even before that. It is the Anne of Green Gables. Ooh, can we see that? Anne of Green Gables box set. Anne of Green Gables box set. And it is the restoration. So these movies came out a while ago. Well, it comes, okay, let me just open this here. Like, look at how beautiful this case is. I'm pretty sure it's originally like 150 something on Amazon. I had it in my cart forever, and I knew that it would go on sale eventually, so, and it did, and they sent me an email. This item is, you know, been reduced by this much, and it was like 90 something, so it was a pretty good savings. I mean, still pretty expensive, but at that point, I had my other job, so I could afford it, but Anyways, so like look at this. How amazing is this? It comes with like a little book here. So we've got these first 3 movies are with, oh, what's her name? I should know her name. I don't know her name. Her name is Megan Follows. It just popped into my head. I don't know why. But these first 3 movies here are Megan Follows, and she, like this is Anne of Green Gables, the sequel, and then Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Green Gables the sequel, and Anne of Green Gables the continuing story. And then quite a bit after that, they did Anne of Green Gables A New Beginning with a completely different cast. And this box set only included all 4 movies. And there's actually 8 discs because they are so long. How awesome is that? So if you guys want to watch a really sweet, heart-grabbing movie, you're gonna really like this. It's so good, and I know it's a little bit expensive, but if you can get your hands on it, and if you're into this kind of older, I would say it's not Victorian age, but it's like early 20s or early 1900s. Anyways, very good. Loving that. What else have I been watching? I guess that's pretty much the only stuff that I've been watching, because all I've been doing is watching Big Brother. The only stuff I've been watching that hasn't really been spiritual related to my what I'm doing on my path right now, I guess. But I've been watching a lot of Kellyanne. We all love Kellyanne. I actually, this month I've really, well, I guess August, I've really been going back into her channel and just like looking at like old videos, and not all of them old, but just checking back on some old things that I haven't really seen of hers, and I love her perspective on so many things, and I just love her energy, and she's so smart. So anyways, Kellyanne Maddox, she's awesome. Love her. Don't even need to link her because everybody knows, right? I'll link her anyways, probably. I've also been watching Imogen Walters, and I don't know how I didn't find her for the longest time, but I came across her within the last week or so, and I adore her. She is so great. I don't know why I didn't see her. She has such a great presence and such a great attitude, and she is great on camera. She knows what she's talking about, and she's so sweet. And she touches on the subjects that interest me, and you know, there's a lot of people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube, but her videos, I could like watch every single one of them and not, you know, have to skip around and stuff, because a lot of people, it's a lot of deck reviews and that kind of thing, that decks that I've seen, and sometimes I watch them and sometimes I don't, or sometimes I'll skip through parts. But her videos, it's just like, man, I just want to watch the whole thing. I want to watch her whole entire channel. I don't even know how far back it goes, but I've been going in like reverse watching her videos and stuff. But anyways, if you haven't heard of her, you definitely want to check her out. She is amazing. Oh, I thought my hair was going a little bit crazy there. Anyways, I will link her below. So that's pretty much all I've been doing for watching stuff online and on TV and stuff. Now let's talk tarot. I have been working with, August was Tarot Perspective, hosted by the amazing Kelly from The Truth and Story and Patrick from In the 78 Cards. We'll link them below. They rock. So I was doing that, and I really hadn't been probably since my last video, I had made quite a few intentions for how I wanted to learn the tarot and what I was going to do for the next little bit. Of course, that all didn't really work out to what I had hoped for. I did the Tarot Perspective, I would say 80% of the days. I didn't do it every single day. But every time that I drew a card, I would draw the cards in the other 2 decks, and then I would read all of the guidebooks and then just kind of, you know, look at the images and compare them. You know, that's what we all did, right? But I didn't write any meanings down. I didn't journal. I really didn't do anything with my tarot, learning-wise, except for the Tarot Perspective and reading things. Like I guess that's academic in a sense, right? But that's pretty much all I did studying tarot. I didn't open my Tarot 101 book at all. I'm not sure how I feel about that book anymore. But anyways, moving on, I got the amazing Fountain Tarot, and if you watched my last video, that's what it's all about, and it was way too long. This one's already 10 minutes. I'm so sorry, guys. This Fountain Tarot, amazing. Like, look at, oh, I don't know if we can do this here. Just look at these cards. Like, I was so excited to get this. If you want to see a little bit more of my reaction, look at that video. It's pretty much me rambling and just awing at the deck, pretty much. Oh, look at that card. We have the Five of Wands. Yes, I like that card. I think I talked about how I don't know. I've had a wonderful, amazing, fantastic, fabulous, let's just continue with all of the amazing words here about this deck. I've had amazing, oh, I love this. Oh, I just love it, guys. Seriously. I've had an amazing bonding time with this deck over the last little bit that I've had it. I haven't had it for very long, maybe 3 weeks now. But like I said, I haven't really been studying, per se, any tarot stuff. All I've been doing is I've been reading myself stuff. Like, I would do a spread, and even though I don't know meanings of all the cards, I would still do a spread, and I would look up all the meanings in the book if I needed to. Well, mostly I did. Even if I did have an idea of what they meant, I would still read because the guidebook of the Fountain Tarot is very awesome. It's very small, but it is packed full of good information. It's like the perfect little guidebook. I love it so much. So I would read the meanings in there and just kind of sit with it, you know, just sit with it. And I wouldn't even journal. I would just wanted to have a kind of authentic experience with it. I just wanted to get to know it without making it seem like a chore. You know what I mean? And man, has it worked so well. I just love this deck, guys. And I'm gonna try and find my favorite cards here. Oh, I love the Queen of Wands. Whoa, we're so shiny here. Ace of Cups is one of my favorite cards in all of the tarot decks that I have and that I've seen. It's just gorgeous. Now I'm going to say this is one of my favorite cards, and I'm going to say it's one of my favorite cards in all decks because of its meaning, and I'm going to blame this on Patrick from In the 78 Cards because he loves this card in all of his decks as well, and he had a great experience with the Fountain Tarot with this card anyway, so every time I see it I think of that. So, and then look at the Fountain card. How awesome is that, guys? Anyway, so I've had such a great experience with this deck so far, and I am so excited to just continue to grow with it. It has just been so amazing for me, and I've just, you know, if I haven't been doing spreads with it or, you know, pulling for tarot perspective, sometimes I even pulled single cards just for myself and I didn't even, you know, do a tarot perspective or anything. I just pulled cards and sat with it, read the meaning, sat with it, didn't journal, just sat with it, looked at the cards, just had a really intimate experience with it, and it has been pretty awesome. And let's talk about Instagram for a minute here. Instagram is so awesome. I don't know why I never got Instagram before, but it is so amazing for me to be able to connect with like-minded people in the spiritual community like you guys, because it's hard to do that with people not online, you know what I mean? And it's hard to do that on Facebook, I think, sometimes in a sense, but on Instagram you just have pictures and you can look at this tag and this hashtag and this hashtag, and oh, it's just so awesome. I love it. And I got it like right before Tarot Perspective started, so it was so awesome. And what I've been doing is I've been pulling, I haven't been working with too many decks. I've been working with one other deck this month, or since my last video, but I have been pulling from all my Oracle decks just for me to kind of do a little interpretation, throw it out there, give a reading or a card of the day to anybody that looks at my feed, which isn't a crazy amount of people, but it's still a way for me to put myself out there and put and practice, right? So other than this deck and one other deck, I've been using those other decks, but only for single pull daily draws on Instagram. The other deck I've been working with is the Shamanic Healing Oracle. And I just absolutely adore this deck, guys. I got it about a month ago now. And it is been... I don't even know how to explain it. I haven't been using it as much as the Fountain Tarot. I've really been focusing on Tarot this month. Just that deck. I've just been focusing on Fountain. But this, I think I said this before when I unboxed the deck. I just love the titles of the cards. They're very, I mean, a lot of them are the same kind of sort of stuff that you see in other decks, but this deck has just very unique ones. Like, what's that? Inner Journey? That's awesome. It's hard to read backwards. Creativity, that's pretty normal. Slow but steady, that's pretty normal. Movement into balance, I like that. That's one of my favorite cards, actually. I think that's the one that's on the cover of the box. Sacred Space, I pulled this the other day on Instagram. Emotional Release. If you want to get at me on Instagram, totally do it. I will follow you, follow me, I'll like you, all that fun stuff. It's at Unfolding Soul. One thing that I don't like about these cards, and it's the only thing I don't like, it's a weird oracle deck. Weird good, but weird. They're very, very shiny. It kind of bothers me a little bit. It's hard to take pictures of cards that are super shiny, guys. Seriously. See, Omen, that's a nice card there with the owl. Very pretty. But like, and it's hard to take pictures and it's hard to show them on camera. It just makes me angry. But this deck is a lot smaller. Like, let's look at a typical Hay House Oracle card here. Alright, so this is Hay House card. And this is the healing card. Whoop. So you can see how it's a little bigger, or it's a little smaller. And then let's compare to the Fountain Tarot here. So it's still bigger. Well, the Fountain is a little bit taller, but it's still wider. I mean, it's still bigger than tarot decks. But I like the idea of this deck being smaller, so I can use it a little differently, if that makes any sense. So I was happy that it was a small deck, because it was kind of like tarot in a way. I don't know, it's really hard for me to explain that. But anyways, I really like it for that reason, that it's just very different, it's small. Don't really love the shine, but that's okay. And, I mean, they're oracle cards, so they are going to be shiny, they're going to be bigger, they're going to be thicker, right? But I just wish that these cards were printed on like a regular tarot cardstock without being super shiny, and maybe being a little bit flimsier so that you can shuffle them a little bit better. But that's my only, thing with this deck. I absolutely adore it. So you might have noticed that I've had some intros on my last few videos, and at the end it's like all cool and it's like, Unfolding Soul, right? By the way, my name is Reggie. If you didn't already know, some of you might know because I'm on Facebook, on some of the Facebook groups, and I've friended a couple of you guys on Facebook. But I didn't really want to tell anybody my name, and I don't really have a reason for that, other than the fact that I don't want to type it anywhere so that it can be searched, because I'm in the... First of all, I'm in the tarot closet, and second of all, I really don't want people in my physical life to see this. I'm not at the point where I want them to see this yet. I don't really know why, and I think I'll get there, but I don't want them to see it. So my name's Reggie. Feel free to call me Reggie. I am an unfolding soul, opening my soul and searching and, all that fun stuff. Now let's talk about Unfolding Soul. I have a website. Yay! How exciting. When I was a child, I was obsessed. Like, I'm telling you, I would sit at the computer for hours. Like, I would get home from school on like a Friday and I would sit at the computer until like 4 a.m. Sometimes I would sit at the computer so late that my parents would get up in the morning and I'd still be awake. So I was a little bit crazy as a child. But on a good note, I had more than one website because I was so addicted to making websites and doing graphic design and designing the site and content and all this stuff. So, and these websites that I had were so elaborate with so much graphics and they looked so fantastic, and it was amazing. So I love that part of my life because I connected almost like I'm connecting now with you guys. Like, it's been a long time since I've had like an online friend connection with people, but back in the day, I don't even know, I'd say maybe 11, 12, 13, I had this, online community connection with different people that like to make websites as well and have blogs and fan sites and that kind of thing. So let's move on. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I made a website and it is not elaborate and graphical and super well designed. I just wanted a space for me to be able to do what I want to do with it. I want to just upload random posts whenever I want to. I want to track my spiritual journey in another way. We've got this YouTube channel. I've got an Instagram account, Unfolding Soul. Follow me. I'll follow you. And now we've got a website. And what was really unfortunate for me was unfoldingsoul.com was already taken. And when you go to unfoldingsoul.com, it says this website has not been, whatever it says. It's got the ads because nobody's actually done anything to the website. So it makes me very upset that somebody stole that name and I can't even use it and they're not even using it. What's up with that, right? Come on. Anyways, so I was, I'm like, should I use unfolding-soul.com? I don't like the dash in the name. Should I use unfoldingsoul.net, .org, .whatever? No, it's got to be .com because I'm just weird. So I decided that I'm going to change the name and it's going to be unfoldmysoul.com, and that's what it ended up being. So go to unfoldmysoul. No, wait, do we need to go left to right here? Unfoldmysoul.com. It doesn't really have too much stuff on it yet because I've just kind of set it up within this last month. And it's not like elaborate or anything, but I'm just going to be doing some random blog posts. I'm going to post some card meanings, and as I learn to interpret the cards and stuff a little bit more, I think I might just focus on one certain card. I don't really know a time span. I don't really have a specific plan here. I just want to do whatever on it. I don't really even care if a lot of people look at it. I think it'll be another way for me to look back to. And getting a website, I know a lot of people have like Blogger or Blogspot, or there's a lot of different things that you can get, WordPress. I was like, it's actually pretty cheap to get like a domain name. And if you don't know what that is, it means like .com without having like / or whatever. thisperson.blogspot.com. It's like your own name and you don't have to have someone else's name in your website address. And it was actually, I was looking around and I'm like, it's actually not even that expensive. I think I ended up paying like $24 for a whole year for unlimited like amount of stuff that I can upload. So I was like, let's just do that. It'll be easier. So I ended up using WordPress. If you don't know what WordPress is, it's like, if you go to wordpress.com, you can make a blog on their website, but it's basically using that whole service of WordPress on your own website. So it makes it easier. When I don't want to go too much into this, but I'm really chatty right now. I don't know why. But when I was younger, when I made my websites, I didn't use like a template thing like WordPress. I used my own brain, and I did some HTML coding. If you guys know what that is, it's basically where you just type random codes, and then once you save it and pull it up on your website, it'll look fantastic. And it's good that I have that knowledge because I'm trying to remember some of it, but it's good that I have that little bit of knowledge because they do use stuff like that in the WordPress program, if you want to call it a program, add-on app thingy. But so yeah, it's just like a blog template thing that you can just do posts and log in and post and make pages and do this kind of stuff. So I think I only have like one post up there, and it's talking about hiding in the tarot closet. So if you guys want to check it out, please do leave some comments on there. I would totally appreciate that. If you guys want to leave some comments below here too with your websites, your blogs, I would love to check them out. I haven't really checked out anybody's blog. It's hard to find people's blogs and stuff, but I would totally love to read your blogs and your websites and stuff. So post those below, and leave a comment on my website if you like. I also put an About Me section on there, and it pretty much just explains pretty much everything I just said to you guys. So but I spent some time on that, so go and read that if you like. And I'm probably going to post a new post within the next few days about what my intentions are for September, which I think I'm going to touch on in this video too. And we're already 27 minutes in, guys. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be a longer video. I really didn't intend this, but anyways. So like Instagram, which is another way to put myself out there, but I think I can do it like as many times as I want, and just like put a card up, put a card up, put a card up, put a spread up, put some crystals up, do whatever I want 500 million times a day, and nobody cares. Whatever, I can do what I want. And that's why I really like Instagram. So like that, like Instagram, like YouTube, like Facebook, like all of these things. This website is just another way for me to do it. Just like tarot, just like oracle cards, just like crystals, just like Ouija boards. All of those things, they're all tools. Just like YouTube and my website, they're all tools too. Anyways, the very last thing I wanted to share with you guys is some books. All right, so this first book, I'm going to blame Patrick from In the 78 Cards one more time here in this video for the last time. No, it's not going to be the last time, sorry. I've been watching a lot of his videos too, basically from the beginning. So this is The Night Circus, and if you are fans of Patrick, you will know about this book, I'm sure. He talks about this in one of his earlier videos. I won't tell you the whole story, but it is an amazing book. I'm only on page... I just started it the other day, to be honest. I'm on page 40. So I haven't really gotten too far into it, but how amazing is this book? It's basically about a circus that is only open at night. And what I'm getting so far is that there's these two children that are magical. And by magical, I mean like, you know, like twitch your nose and you disappear. Like that kind of magic, I think. Like, it's not Wicca magic or pagan magic. It's like mystical, fictional magic, I think. So, it's about there's these two children and they are working towards doing some sort of magical battle, I think. To be honest with you, I don't know for sure because I'm only this little bit in, but that's what I'm getting out of it so far. There's a lot going on in this book, and from what I've heard Patrick talk about, it's really hard to explain, so I'm not even going to try to explain. The little part that I've read is hard to explain, but when you're reading it, it's not like hard to get. Like you know what I mean? Like, you probably don't know what I mean, but I'm just going to move on. Read this book. It's great. The next book I'm going to show you is a big book, and it is Holistic Tarot. And this is going to be my goal this month. Not to read this whole book, obviously. So, and this is also blamed on Patrick from In the 78 Cards, because I was watching his videos, and he has like this whole series. He's like going through who's the author of this? Benabel Wen. She has on her website, she has like a guide for beginners to go through this book. So if you're a beginner, she says read this chapter, this many pages of this chapter, and then read this chapter, and you're like going into the back, and then you go to this one, and then it's like kind of all over the place, but she has it all lined out for you. So Patrick is going through, or he was, I don't really know if he still is or not, but he was going through like the beginner guide that Benabel Wen has on her website, and you know, just making a video for each different chapter that he was reading. So my goal this month, and I'm not in any means going to finish this, and I'm not going to be like, I'm going to do this once a day, I'm going to do this twice a day, I'm going to do this, you know, however many times a week. I'm just going to do it when I feel like I should do it and when I want to do it. But I don't think it's going to be hard, because these little lessons, or each day or each section that she gives you, they're really short. Like, I could, it's just like a book, and to be honest with you, I don't know if there are exercises in this book at all, but I'm gonna go follow her beginner's guide in order and see where that takes me. So yeah, Holistic Tarot, check it out. Now the last book is, I'm really super excited for this book, because I have been, ever since I got onto this YouTube thing, before I even made videos, everybody else's video, a lot of their videos are a lot of the people that are making videos about tarot. Wow, I can't talk. They are pagan or Wicca, or they practice some sort of witchcraft or some sort of that stuff in their spiritual practice. So there was no escaping witchcraft for me and paganism in general. So I decided to get a book that would be able to explain to me and give me a simple understanding of witchcraft in general, if that makes sense. So I got this book, The Inner Temple of Witchcraft, by Christopher Penczak. I'm pretty sure that this is the first book in the Inner Temple series. He has a whole series of the Inner Temple, I think. Sorry if I'm wrong on that. But I have been loving this. Like, it's been awesome. I'm only and like I said, with the stuff, I'm not gonna like give myself too much stuff to do, because it's way overwhelming. I'm just gonna do what feels right? That's what we should always do every day and everything we do. Do what feels right. So I'm only on page 50 in this book, and I've got a lot of information out of it so far. Basically, what I've read so far is a lot of the history about where witchcraft has come from, and the history about it and that kind of thing. But I'm excited to get into later chapters about actually working with witchcraft. And I really think that it's really cool pulling from... I think I've ruled out Wicca, and only because, from my understanding, it's more of a religion, and there's definitely guides and steps that you have to do in order to call yourself Wicca, but, well, whatever, right? I have ruled Wicca out-ish, but, you know, I think that it's so cool. There's so many people online that are, like, eclectic, that are just taking from here and taking this piece from here and using it in their practice. Like, and I think that is so amazing, and that's what I really want to do. I don't know what I'm going to pick out of all these things, but I definitely feel called to explore paganism. So that's what I'm into right now, and I think that's kind of why I haven't really been doing too much else. I've been doing just pretty much reading this book for the last little bit. I know I'm only on page 50. I'm not a slow reader. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why I haven't had time, but I've been reading this book pretty much, reading the Night Circus book, and using the Fountain Tarot. So I think once I've read this book, I'm going to have a better understanding of what I want to incorporate on my path, and what won't resonate with me, and what I can throw away, and all that fun stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's everything that I have to share with you guys. I'm sure there's other things, but I'm not going to pack too much more into this video because it's already super long, and yeah. So yeah, like I said, post your websites below, post your Instagrams below, let me follow you guys. Follow me if you like, unfoldmysoul.com, unfolding soul on Instagram. My name's Reggie. Love you guys. Have a good day.